Welcome back to the Travel Strategist YouTube. Today we're diving into a topic that every solo traveler, every couple, and every family wants to master, and that is how to book cheap flights using insider knowledge that will actually work in 2026. Whether you're a points and miles nerd, you're planning a couple's getaway, or you're the travel planner of your family, this video will help you save hundreds, maybe even thousands on your upcoming airfare in 2026. And I'm not talking about the stuff that you hear everywhere. We're diving deeper. Flexible fare hacks, timing windows, miles arbitrage, VPN tricks, and 2 advanced strategies that most travel creators keep to themselves. So if you're ready to book smarter, stretch your travel budget, and fly more for less, let's jump right in. Airline prices seem random. One day you look at a flight, it's $300. The next week you look at the same flight, it's $900. Airlines have shifted towards dynamic pricing heavily in the last few years, and for most people, that's a bad thing. But if you're a savvy traveler like me and you, there are some loopholes for you to take advantage. The biggest difference between travelers who pay the $900 versus the $300 ticket for the same airfare is knowledge. Let's start with laying the foundational timing windows of when to purchase flights. One of the most reliable ways for booking cheap travel is booking 21 days to 45 days out. Here's why. Airlines release airfare classes in batches. Between 3 to 6 weeks out, unsold seats start competing with market demand. Airlines adjust pricing dynamically based on search volume and expected occupancy. This is especially true for US domestic flights and short-haul international routes. If you book too early, airlines assume that you're a planner and likely to be willing to pay more. If you book too late, you're now competing with business travelers and those that are willing to pay more last minute. Tip number 2, you may have heard book on Tuesday, but where does that come from and why does that actually work? Airlines publish fare updates throughout the week, but on Tuesday, early afternoon between 12 and 3 p.m. US time, competing airlines match prices, flash sales get quietly released, algorithms get reset based on Monday's search activity. The result? A small but meaningful dip in fare prices. It's not magic, it's a fare matching system. So if you're flexible, set Google Flight alerts by doing a search and then selecting get updates on these dates and others. This will send a notification to your Gmail whenever the prices do drop. And you'll be surprised at how often they do go down, especially in that 3 to 6 week window mentioned previously. These strategies have a compounding effect over time. Tip number 3, if you're trying to save money, avoid flying on Fridays and Sundays. This is when there's peak demand for business travelers and also families that are just doing weekend getaways. Airlines know the demand is high and they price accordingly. Instead, aim for Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. These are generally the cheapest days to fly across about 80% of all routes. And if you want a perfect example, do the same flight search on Tuesday versus Sunday, and you'll see about a 20 to 40% price difference on average. Tip number 4 is a secret weapon, which is flexible fares. This one is huge and almost no one talks about it. If you book a flexible fare, even at a slightly higher cost, you unlock something very powerful. That is the ability to rebook it if the price drops. Airlines like Alaska, JetBlue, United, and American all allow free rebooking on standard fare classes. If the cash price drops, you get a travel credit. And if you book with miles for an award ticket, you can just get refunded miles back to your account and rebook at the lower rate. I used this strategy recently for my JetBlue 25 for 25 challenge, and it was surprising to me how often the prices change, especially in that 3 to 6 week window. On Tuesdays, notice how these things keep compounding. For families, especially moms who are doing most of the research, flexibility equals savings. Book the time you want now. If the price drops later, you win. Tip number 5, this strategy is used by advanced travel hackers. Sometimes the price of buying miles is less than the cash rate. This works particularly well with business class travel where there's outsized value in business class and premium seating, but it also works in economy class. Here's an example with American Airlines. If you're booking a last minute ticket, let's say from Chicago to New York, the last minute price booking the day before is about $269. But let's compare the cost in miles through Alaska Atmos. It only costs 4,500 miles plus $19 taxes. Alaska Atmos is having a sale right now, so this costs only $105 plus $19 taxes and fees, total of $124. That's a huge savings of $145 and a consistently available ticket, so I'm not picking unicorns for content here. This is only one example. Other programs have sweet spots as well. British Airways is connected with all the other different Avios partners. So if you buy Avios from British Airways, you can convert them into all the other Avios programs. In this case, the famous Q Suites through Qatar Airways, you could actually purchase that through a discounted rate through British Airways by purchasing Avios and then converting those Avios into Qatar Avios. Again, this strategy is not for beginners, but for those who follow my channel, this can save you hundreds, if not thousands. Tip number 6, using a VPN. Airlines adjust ticket pricing based on your location and through your IP address. That means the flight can be cheaper if you search from a different country. Try using a VPN to change your location to Mexico, Singapore, India, just to name a few. Those countries have different market demands. Example, I've done some searches where the price for a flight from the US to Europe changes $100 to $200 just by changing my VPN to Mexico City. It doesn't always work, but when it does, it feels like you hit the lottery. Always compare the price from your normal location to the price using a VPN. And then also compare using the price of the local currency of that specific airline. And then also compare that to USD if USD is not your normal currency. You will be shocked at how often the prices change. Tip number 7, let's talk about hidden city ticketing. This works mainly for US domestic routes. Here's how it works. Sometimes the cheapest fare isn't the nonstop route that you want. It's the connecting itinerary with an extra leg on the back end. I use skiplagged.com to find these hidden city tickets, but I don't actually book there. I book directly through the airline. That way I can maintain having a flexible ticket. And most people that know about hidden city ticketing, they book these flights but don't actually use the second leg and don't cancel it. But that's a little bit risky. Instead, do it the right way. Book these hidden city tickets, and at check-in, you go to the check-in agent directly to check in person, and you just cancel that second leg or have them remove it from your itinerary. It won't change the pricing, but it lets the airline be able to resell that ticket or use it for one of their employees to reposition them. Remember, airlines don't just make money off of the price of the seat. They also make revenue from checked bag fees and onboard services. In this case, you still get the cheaper fare from your original itinerary without breaking any of the airline rules and putting your loyalty account at risk. So there you have it, the insider playbook to booking cheaper flights in 2026. If you use just 2 of these strategies, you'll start to instantly save money. If you use all of them, you're gonna save hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. If you're new here, hit subscribe. That way you gain access to more travel strategies that helps everyone travel better. Drop a comment below with your next travel destination, and I'll help you find the cheapest or smartest flight option. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.